What's up, guys? Boy here. Today we're doing another video. Today we're taking a look at the scottoramic. Let's begin. Yeah, you could probably know I'm actually... Now, the actual mask, these are part of the SCBAs, which is kind of bit of that whole, more of actually using like an oxygen tank and stuff like that. So, what the mask should have is actually the box, a steel box or a plastic box with a hose, a filter, and rather a filter that's more like a box filter. You know, kind of like the coffee can filters type of deal for Soviet masks. And a harness that's actually is supposed to be on the chest. Unfortunately, it didn't came with any of the pieces. I found this at an antique store, which it was just only came with this. Also, including this one right here, which you could probably know. So, here's what the mask assembly is. And here's what the name of the mask is. So, yes, it's actually the scottoramic mask assembly, Scott Aviation, Lancaster, New York. And that's what it looks like. This is more designed for firefighters, which I actually kind of think I could see that used for firefighters. You know, that they've needed something like that. Now, I actually kind of know about this mask, kind of noticing about this in a movie of all things. And yes, you could probably know what I'm talking about. The Steven Seagal's Deadly Grounds, which probably most noticeable one is actually this mask was used in the movie. Well, I could probably know that how much of... Now, this was at the time that he wasn't actually have to sit on chairs and fighting people while sitting on chairs. Or tried to waddle his way out of here. That's, kind of that kind of deal. Or I think he probably used a ton of stunt doubles in that movie. Well, typical of that. So, we got the face piece itself. Here's what the stamp looks like. So it is IX 1978, 1979, 1980, 1981. Here's some dots right here, three dots right here, three dots right here, three dots right here, three dots right here, and three dots right here. That's kind of what it is. Here's a stamp right here. 801-1450-40. Here's the exhale valve, which probably says 19 in there. It's a plastic. But you can, take the thing... I don't think so. I don't think you can take that off. I'm not sure what kind of millimeters this thing is. But actually, let me see these. Size of the... the size... It's around about of... 1 1/4. That's kind of a pretty small hose. Secured with a piece of steel right here. Got a big old glass islands right here. And it has Scott right inside there. In front of it. Actually, it used to have like a sticker on the thing. But I guess that wasn't... this one didn't have it. Have a giant metal frame around the mask, secured with steel clamps all around it to secure it. It is a 5-point head harness It has Scott ADO or aviation, and it'll have an S right around it. And this is and each end of the each of the rubber harness will have this for you to adjust it. And if you want to loosen it, you could just do it this, pull it that way to loosen it. Secured with a steel pins all around it. I'm not sure what this one inside of it. I know that there's a button in there, but I think that's supposed to be the oral nasal cup for it. So this is how it's supposed to be. So it's actually, you breathe inside with the filter and all, and it travels to the slit holes in there for like a TSOT system, and then you exhale, and it actually goes in here to the exhale valve. Let's go test this bad boy out. So this is what it sounds like with the mask on. So, unfortunately, I don't have the pieces for the thing itself, which that's a little disappointed, but kind of, understandable about this, that I just only got like one mask with no accessories type of deal. And that's fine at all. So, I'll actually eventually get the parts for the thing itself, so it's kind of, that kind of deal itself. So, it won't be unfinished or something like that. I know it's kind of unfinished of all things. But I'm giving the scottoramic a sounding of like a 6 out of 10. I think it'll be very effective if I got the hose and the harness and the filter. But everything else, that's already fine enough about it here. So that wraps up the scottoramic. I'm Artillboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.